Okay, so we are recording. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bold and Beautiful Voices. I'm your host, Felicia. Before we dive into today's topic, we want you to know that we are not experts in the topics that we discuss. We're individuals who come together to share our perspectives, our experience, and our opinions. Our goal is to celebrate a space where we can have open and honest conversation about real life issues in hopes that it can help someone that's going through similar things. Now that we got that out of the way, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, Bold and Beautiful Voices, please do so and stay up to date to all the latest episodes. Our guest today is from Selma, Alabama. She has a twin. I've known her for years. She's a mother of one. Miss Adrian, welcome on, Miss Adrian. How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. I'm happy that you was able to, clear your schedule and come on the podcast today. So I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you for having me.
You're so welcome. So today's topic is finding strength after heartbreak. But before we dive into that conversation, we're gonna have some fun. Are you ready for some fun? We're gonna do some icebreakers questions, okay? Just to loosen up before we dive into the conversation. So, Adrian, if you could have
Okay.
any superpower for one day, what would it be?
Um. Well, for those that know me, they know I can't stand to see people struggle. If I had a superpower to make everybody rich and have what they need and want,
That's great. I don't like to see people struggling. I hate to see homeless people on the side of the road. Adrian,
that's me. That's me.
what's the weirdest food combination you ever ate? Well, you ever had?
Um, a pickle and ice cream.
A pickle and ice cream. That gives pregnant
And sometimes
vibes.
I find myself. Well, I always like it. Sometimes I find myself putting it on top of Dr. Pepper too.
Really?
Yes, it's good if
I
you actually
never heard of
try.
that. If you can,
We used to buy
if
me
you can live a
ice cream from McDonald's French fries. I dip the French fries in the ice cream too sometimes.
oh yeah, my kids do that all the time.
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Um, Everybody that knows me, I'm a singer. And when I get nervous, I shot gas while I was up there singing, and one of the deacons smelled it.
Say it again.
I said everybody knows me, know I'm a singer, and sometimes like when I get up in church and sing, I'm nervous. I shot gas while I was up there singing, and one of the deacons smelled it.
Oh my God.
Don't you laugh, baby? Don't you
Now that is funny.
laugh? Yeah.
Did you try to play it off like it didn't happen?
I couldn't play it off because but he didn't say that. He said, "Baby, I knew that was you because you gripped your stomach and you too pretty to smell like that. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry."
What's the talent that you have that no one knows about?
Um, Cooking. Everybody don't know that I can cook real well.
Ooh, you gonna cook for your mom's birthday party?
I did some of the stuff that she liked,
Mhm.
but by me had to get so much stuff done. Some of that stuff I just ordered and catered, but she loves my spinach dip, so I'm gonna have to make her that. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people don't know that you cook a lot, right?
They don't they recently found out, but a lot of people didn't know that I can cook like that.
Okay. What's the most memorable dream that you ever had? Sometimes we have those dreams and we think about them forever and we be like, wow, it really seemed like a real dream.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. As a little girl, Christ came to me at an early age, and I still
Mhm,
remember those dreams, and I still remember what it felt like and what His voice was. You don't see Him;
mhm,
it's like a light, and it's like He speaks to you in your heart, and that's
mhm,
how I knew that the journey that I was about to take, even as a kid, even when I got saved, I knew it was gonna be hard.
mhm.
That it was real. It's like a sweet, it's a sweet sound. You hear it in your heart. I can't explain it. It's for
Yeah.
those that are saved. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's
So
gonna be. Hmm.
for the ones that never experienced, they won't understand.
No, no,
Yeah.
because he's been dealing with me as a. I never told my mom and my dad, and either he been dealing with me as a kid. He always came to me, even when they was married, and even through their divorce, and even about me acting out as a kid, he was
Mhm.
always in my ear.
Yeah.
And a lot of them didn't find out that I can sing until somebody asked me to sing in the program. I used to go in the closet and sing when they used to wear me to rock back and forth, and
Mhm.
I used to feel his presence. He used to tell me, he said, I ain't done with you yet. Even I dealt with suicide too. Feel like
Mhm.
nobody cared, nobody loved me. I tried to take myself out 3 times. But he told me
Oh.
I still got work for you to do. And it sounds so sweet. And even now sometimes when I'm
Mhm.
tired and I get weary, I hear him and he wrap his arms around me. It's such a sweet feeling.
Yes. That's great to know, and that's a wonderful feeling to have.
Yes.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I always want to go to Italy because it's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. What's the craziest adventure you've ever been on?
Um, I'm scared of water. When I went to the Bahamas
Uh-huh.
on that ship, on that boat, I'm scared. I was scared the whole time.
Did you sleep with your life vest on?
I wanted to, but that person wouldn't let me do it. So, yeah,
So, do you prefer summer or winter?
I prefer more like the summer going into the fall.
Mhm.
The reason why I like the summer because I'm a hot girl. I'm August baby. In the fall, I love my little boots and stuff. So yeah,
Yes. Yes, I like the seasons between, I would say, October and November, where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's like
yeah,
just right.
right, right.
So, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food. I'm an old girl. My grandma used to cook me liver rice and gravy. That's my favorite
Oh
food.
my girl, we some country people, girl. I love liver. I like my liver smothered.
Yes, yes,
Yes, it's the best
yes,
thing.
yes.
So we're gonna dive, you guys. That was a fun, icebreaker questions with Miss Adrian. So we're gonna dive into the topic today, which is finding strength after heartbreak. Adrian, can you share a personal story of heartbreak?
Wow. Well, I have two heartbreaks.
Mhm,
And one of them I don't really care to get into, but since we're being real, I'm going to be real with y'all. When you find love and you know that that's your person and know that you was in love with that person in love with you, that person decides to walk out on you.
mhm.
Now, even that person asked, you wanted to marry you, but that person married somebody else in front of you.
Yes.
That's my first heartbreak.
Mhm,
And my second heartbreak was I didn't understand that the journey that I was on because the one that you're talking about, y'all saw me love on them. But deep down inside, the one you just met, I was still in love with them. But I had to accept that it wasn't our time. And I had to go on that roller coaster ride with that one to get him where he needed to be. Because I asked God, what was my purpose? He said, well, that is your assignment. And I didn't understand it. All the hell that I went through.
mhm.
And for all the hell that I went through, for that one to die in my arms like that, that's my second heartbreak.
Yes. And that's something that we most definitely have in common. And heartbreak, it's not only death, it's like, relationships, friendship. You can have a heartbreak over a job that you've been on for a long time.
Right.
It's just different categories. But it's difficult dealing with heartbreaks and trying to get the strength to move forward. And that's why, I thought this topic would be great for us. So, what were some of the toughest moments you faced during a heartbreak?
Learning to accept it and learning that it wasn't me. Don't put it all on yourself. And learning that just because I love hard and love everybody hard, I'm not gonna get the same love back. Just because
Yes.
I'm true and loyal, I'm not gonna get the same thing back.
Mhm.
I had to learn
Yep,
that,
and
and I had to
and
learn that no matter what we do, uh oh, it froze.
I can hear you.
No matter what we do, and who you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, no matter what we do, it's not your love. Sometimes it's not gonna be enough.
Yes, most definitely. One of my toughest moments as far as like, facing heartbreak was acceptance. And I didn't accept it until almost year 3 because I was just so in
I
disbelief.
kind of figured that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I blame myself a lot for it. If I would have did this, or if I would have stayed, what I'm saying, if I would have stayed at the house, or if I would have stayed on the phone, things would have been differently. But I truly believe that God has a plan for everybody, and no matter how we want that plan to go, and if it don't go that way, we have to accept it. And I also
Look,
believe that people are in your life for a reason and a season. And I just got to that point in life of believing.
I tell you how I dealt with it. Once you learn how to walk in forgiveness of yourself and others, because a lot of times God shows us things and tell us things, but we ignore it. I learned how to walk in forgiveness and
Mhm,
forgive myself and put Him first,
mhm,
then myself.
yeah,
It get better because during that whole time, I fought and fought and fought for that man to live, but God was showing me something, and
mhm,
I asked God why. He said, "Well, the journey that I'm about to take you on, you got to be prepared for it, and I need for you to trust me.
mhm,
And even I don't tell you the answer why, I need for you to trust me even in the midst of it." So I started trusting and believing Him, and I just started praying and praying and praying and praying and praying. I knew God was going to take him. I just don't want to accept it. But
yeah,
God told me, and I hate to say this here, and even in the midst of some of his family said the same.
mhm,
I from high school, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I knew exactly who my husband was, but it just was not our time.
yes,
I knew exactly who he was. He had to go through what he had to go through, and I had to go through what I had to go through. He had to go through a knowing that who was right for him.
mhm,
It ain't always green. Grass ain't always green on the other side. And I had to go through with accepting and how to be strong. And he built me for this man right here. I always knew it. Because when we started out, we
amen,
read the Bible together and we even prayed together. I'm not gonna say that Roger was a mistake. Roger was a lesson for me. Because let me tell
mhm,
you something, it wasn't always easy. Y'all saw the smile. It wasn't always easy.
yes,
I tell you that it wasn't always easy. I'll tell you, I
mhm,
had to walk in forgiveness even in the death of him. The things that
mhm,
happened. And I still had to walk in the give forgiveness for him.
exactly,
And it's okay. And we had these open conversations. And funny part about it, he kept saying, "I got something better for you. Just get this child through this what he going through." And I never prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And and I hate to say this, even in the midst of him proposing to me, and I talked to him about this, I saw his face. Because I knew who God had for me.
mhm,
But I had to go through that.
yeah,
So once I learned how, and I'm not perfect now. Once
yeah,
I learned how to just forgive, and I teach myself every day when I wake up, walk in forgiveness. If you let things go, don't bring it up. Let it go. I had a real bad habit of doing that
I did too,
because of the hurt. Because
mhm,
of the hurt. Now, when me and you both said I should have did this, I should have did that. One thing about it, after everything was said and done, God said, "Well done." I stood strong, and I stood strong in that test. I was weak myself, battling COVID and pneumonia myself. A lot of people don't know I'm in heart failure. Maybe half the time I can't breathe. But I got up. I was working 3 jobs to make sure both of us okay.
mhm,
I get off one job and hit the clock and go to the hospital and see to him. And God said, "Keep fighting just a little while longer." There was 41 days of hell, and folks didn't realize that.
mhm,
I didn't want to face my mama because mama had to saw my face. She would have knew. I kept a lot from her, but mama said deep down inside she knew. But I had to fight that fight that God had prepared me for. And I
yes,
prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And at the moment of that, once I took that body back to California, came back home, that's when he started dealing with me. He
mhm,
started showing me things. He started showing me why. God told me, "I got something better for you.
yeah,
And I got to get you prepared for it. I got something better for you. Thank you for your service of what you have done. Because we in the business of saving souls. We don't want no souls be lost. I'm not going
mhm,
to tell you his deep, dark secret. He hated somebody in his family, and I had to pray that off of him.
yeah,
And when I learned that deep, dark secret, I understood him better.
yes, yeah,
I was He was a lesson to me, and I was somebody to get him where he needed me because he knew he was finna die, and he knew that he wasn't my husband. He even said he knew that God had something better for me, but I had to get him through that.
Yes.
I blame myself a lot of times, but I had to take it off me too. Because what I learned is, and even with Big Boy, I'm telling you something, the will of God will be done, whether it hurts us or not.
Yes.
Sometimes it will hurt, but we have to accept it. But it's to
Mhm.
get us to where we need to go through. And I'm here to tell you today, girl, job well done. You stood strong. I
Yes.
watched you. God well done. Done. Get
Yes.
that off
Thank
you.
you.
God well done. He got you.
Yep.
Just like he got me.
Mhm.
I'm at
And
the place.
once I started believing, um, that's when things start changing. Because at first, I was in denial, and I wasn't. I won't even lie to you. I wasn't praying. I was just bitter. I was, just didn't want to accept the fact. But it took me a long time to go through those dark days, and it was a lot of dark days.
Yes.
A lot of them. I cried a ocean of tears, but I knew that I couldn't stay in that state of mind because of my children. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I had to be better for them. And I went back to God and I talked to God and I said, God, I know that I went astray, but I'm back now. Please help me through this. Help me to forgive the people that said all those bad things about me. Help me forgive those people that did all those bad things to me so that I can be at peace and move on with my life. So I totally understand. And I want to tell you, job well done as well, because you reached out to me just as well as I reached out to you and told you, hey, I'm always here and I know what you're going through.
You were the
And
first. You was one of the first ones, besides my little cousin. I carried him. He got killed. I carried him with him everywhere I go. 'Cause y'all was the first two that FaceTime me, and his words was, "I just want to look at you, baby. I love you. Job well done." You looked at me and told me, "I love you. It's all right. I got you," and that stuck with me.
yeah.
That stuck with me,
And a
and I
lot of people
appreciate.
don't know. It's just words of encouragement, meaning that even if I just listen to you on the phone cry, I'm there. I'm in your
Yeah.
presence. You know what I'm saying? So those type of things go a long way, and people always will remember them. Was there a particular turning point when you start to feel stronger
When
after your heartbreak?
Shamar reached out and told me these words right here. It's like he helped me grieve Roderick.
Mhm.
He said, "You always been a strong person." I still got that message. I kept it too, baby. He said, "Well, we gonna get through this together because I know the type of person that you are." And that's when I started to get stronger. I put something one day, and the thing was, he said something. You know, you always been mine, which I have. He said, "I'm gonna get you back there." And I said, "Well, this is my color, buddy. Since he gone." And immediately, it wasn't even 5 minutes. He called me. "You okay?"
Uh-huh.
He never gave up.
Yep.
Never. And I appreciate you for dealing with somebody, grieving on somebody else, and he still loved me.
Yep.
But he
And
always
that's
knew. Yeah, he always knew my heart was with him. I don't care who I was with. It always had been with him.
yeah. And that's a great man to be there for you. Um, in your time of grieving over another man, just to be honest about it, because typical normal man won't even do it, So, it's God gifts. He's God gifts to you, and thank him as much as possible.
I do.
Adrian, what steps did you take to begin your healing process after you accepted everything that had happened? What steps did you take to start healing?
I accepted everything for what it was, and I started praying and fasting more, and I started getting up, started feeling like the old rail again. Everybody called me real real.
Mhm.
Fixing my stuff in the house because the last thing this man told me, no, now I know to me no true love. You can go on, be happy, and don't let this go down. I did not want to go down. There's
Yeah.
plenty of days I saw myself either taking myself out or just falling asleep behind the wheel because I was so tired most days.
Mhm. Did you find any particular activities or hobbies
Been
during
here.
your healing journey? Can you hear me?
You know, I'm in the country. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Did you find any particular activities or hobbies during your healing journey?
Yes, I love bowling, and even though I can't bowl, and I love top golf, and I used to get up and take myself out.
Okay. And that's another thing that I've started doing, years down, well, a few years down is taking yourself on dates and, learning
I did
myself.
that a lot. I did that a lot as well, and I love to sing. So anybody asked me to do a song at a church or anything, even weddings, I got up and did that. Just kept myself going.
Yep, kept yourself busy. So, how did your friends and family support you during this time?
Oh, they supported me big time when everything first happened. My mom then was coming down from Pensacola every weekend.
Mhm.
My aunt Jackie, her and her crew, they made sure I was over there with them. My godparents put me in the house with them, and my cousin was there with me.
I think we lost her. I think she's probably going through a bad area.
And
Are you there?
one
I think she's just going through a bad area, you guys. It'll come back up here shortly. Miss Adrian, she's traveling and she's going through some dark woods in the country, but it's gonna come back up. But while we have this delay, I just want to thank you guys for all tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Bold and Beautiful Voices. We're now on TikTok, so you can go to TikTok, type in Bold and Beautiful Voices, and stay in touch with us there, as well as YouTube. We haven't created a Facebook page yet, but we're looking to do. Hello, welcome back.
sorry.
It's okay. So what we was talking about as far as like family support, it's very important to have that good support system. When you're going through things in life like that. My support system, some left, some still stayed, but I'm grateful for the ones that left, and I'm so thankful for the ones that still stayed. So that makes a big impact on your healing journey. That support system. Did you seek
Mhm.
any professional help,
Well, it's been 3 years,
counseling?
and some still call. Some still call. Some still call, and when they found out about him, they say, "You don't need me." I said, "Yes, I do, because I need y'all to encourage me to be stronger for him." And yes, I
Yes.
did. Now his oldest daughter is a counselor, and she
Mhm.
fought and fought and fought for me and fought with me to get counseling, and which I did. I seeked
Yes.
out counseling, and my older cousin, Lita, she wanted me to get counseling because she saw me at my lowest, and my other cousin, Aunt Tanika, she came out of Birmingham just to see me at work one day. So she encouraged me to get counseling. So
Yep.
I did. In the end, I did get counseling.
Yeah. And
So
that
yeah, I
and
did.
that makes a difference, because we can be having the most worst day ever, and for someone just to pick up the phone and just, hey, I'm just checking on you, or send that text message, it kind of like turn a day around. Hey, they still remember me. They're still thinking of me, and those little
Hmm.
things matter. How
Yes,
can
ma'am,
loved
it does.
ones yeah, how can loved ones best support someone that's going through a heartbreak?
Don't ask no questions. Just be there.
Yeah.
So when you ask questions, that make them feel worse. Just be there.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to lay in the bed with them, just be there. Just let them know that you're there. I'm big
Yep.
on flowers. A lot of my friends, they just kept bringing me flowers. My whole apartment looked like a florist. They know that what kept me going. I don't care what
Mhm.
kind of flower it is. They just brought it to me. That made me feel a whole lot better. I
Mhm.
had some neighbors in the front of us that was crazy about both of us. I don't.
Mhm.
I Nope. They didn't tell me they did. I found some white roses at my door. I knew exactly who it was from. It was from that little girl. So those flowers kept me going.
Yep. The little things. It's always the little things that people don't understand. What did you learn about yourself through your experience of heartbreak? Sometimes we as women, we put ourselves last. And I've did that for so many years with, making sure everybody is okay and,
That was
just
me.
focusing on me last. So, what did you learn? Did you learn anything new about yourself? Do
I learned that I'm stronger than I thought. I thought I was such a weakling, but I learned my strength. I'm really strong.
we some strong
I
women?
didn't. I didn't know I was that strong.
I didn't either. I promise you I didn't know. But God, he showed it and I really appreciate him for it. So tell me about a new strength that you experienced that you didn't know that you had.
I learned to stand up for myself and just put me first. Because it wasn't just putting the man first. I didn't put my family over me. I learned to put me first.
Yep. And that's important and that explains that glow on your face cuz you're glowing. We must put ourselves first. Like me, let me tell you what I do. Every day I give myself an hour. I'm obligated to an hour. No kids, no work, no phone calls. That hour, I do whatever I want to do. And usually I'll go work out. But once I started doing that, putting me first, everything started changing. I found myself more happier because I used to worry about what people would think and things like that. But once I shift my mindset, God just started showing up and showing out.
Yes.
He really did.
Thank
How did you know you were ready to move on and start your new relationship?
When I finally released him, I stopped holding on to him. It was
Yep.
on it was on his 60th birthday. Cause I learned about that too. Once you made it in, there are no more birthdays. You got eternal life. So I don't wish nobody no having a birthday. Ain't no more birthdays. You got your reward, and it was time. And I
Mhm.
took that ring off my finger because he was not coming back. God had something better for me.
And I just got to that point this year. I just got to that point that I know that he's not coming back.
She wrote,
And I know that time waits for nobody. Are you there? Are you there?
"Bad service again."
Can you hear me? Adrian, I think she's probably going through another bad area. She'll log right back on, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I really apologize for the difficulties that's going on right now, but she's traveling. She took time out of her busy day to jump on this podcast, and it's just a bad area that she's going through right now. But I thank you guys for watching. Let me add her back.
I'm sorry, sis. I hope it's not messing up your.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Okay.
It is what it is. I'm not one of those people that cut and cut this out. It is what it is, and people need to see real life things. And you're traveling, and you took the time out your busy day to be on here,
Right.
so I appreciate that.
Right.
But the question that I had asked, how did you move? How did you know that you was ready to move forward? And you gave me your answer, and I was telling you that I've just this year got to that point where I know life has to
Okay.
move on, and he's not coming back.
Mhm.
So I'm
Mhm.
finally accepting that, and I'm finally moving on.
Mhm.
What
My
advice would you give?
my I'm sorry. My grandmother has one last living sister. That's my aunt, and she's in Georgia. Her name is Alma,
Mhm,
and her birthday came around. It's around the same time as his, and I called until her birthday.
mhm,
And I said, "Auntie, I got to bring you something." She knew I was down. She said, I only want one thing.
Mhm.
She said, I just want you to take that ring off your finger. I said, Auntie, I already have. So I took that ring off my finger. I drove it to Pensacola and put that in mama's hand and never looked back at it.
Yeah.
My healing had begun then. Once I had released him and released all that, I had a habit of keeping the wallet because he had the wallet with him, had my stuff in it too. Because he had to stop working, he got sick.
Mhm.
So I took my things out of it. I gave everything to mama. The clothes and stuff, gave it away.
Yep.
That's wasn't even holding on to it. And even I was, mama didn't know I was gonna get another car, get rid of the car because we got that together. But God saw fit. I had an accident in it, and wasn't nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
I think the oil pan got knocked off of it, and they said, "Well,
Mhm.
this can be fixed." Mom said, "Just turn it loose," and I turned it loose. Once I started releasing things, and I
Mhm.
released him, I was okay.
Yep.
I was okay.
So when you finally released him, how did that make you feel?
It was like a heavy burden lifted off me.
Mhm. Yep. And
A
I
heavy
remember that
burden
feeling.
lifted off me. It's like I was just holding on. I was just holding on to it, and what was I holding on to? It? I don't know.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep. And when that burden is lifted, it's like you are a new person. You know, you don't have all that weight on you. So I most definitely can relate. Were there any books, any podcasts that you listened to or read during your healing process?
I didn't want to hear nothing, and I didn't want to read nothing. When
Yeah.
God told me there's a journey between me and Him, I just prayed to Him and read the Bible and listened to Him because I didn't
Yep.
want no distractions. And
Hmm.
people don't realize, speaking from a spiritual journey, when them devils get around you and the spirits jump off on you, you got to pray even
Hmm.
harder.
You
So
do.
in the morning, I had to anoint my head and to the bottom of my feet every day. Because
Yep.
a lot of people see me, I'm home now. A lot of people see me
Hmm.
now. They try to bring it up. I say, hey, I'm fine. I'm here from that. Just keep praying for me. Don't bring that
Yep.
up. Right,
Hmm.
you look so bad. But what about what I look like now? I'm all
Amen.
right now.
Amen. A lot of people seem to always want to speak on the past. No, let's not talk about the past. Let's
Hmm.
talk about the present. Let's talk about right now.
And I
Because
tell them,
that could
well, if you want this, yeah, if you want to do something, just tell God, thank you for my healing. Thank you for keeping me, and that I ain't take myself out or nothing happened to me.
amen. Amen, girl. I'm totally with you. If you can go back in time, what advice would you give yourself on your healing journey?
As far as what I went through,
Hmm.
okay. Um, just be careful of my surroundings when you're trying to properly heal.
Hmm.
Just be very, very careful. Because I was at my lowest. I'm not gonna tell you. A lot of people use when you're at your lowest. You don't understand. You don't understand.
Yep. I know the advice that I will
Be
give
careful of the
myself.
surroundings.
The advice that I will give myself is to do what's best for you.
Correct.
To do what's best for you.
Yes.
Are are you there?
I learned it in the end.
In what
So I
ways
learned
have
in
you?
the end to do what's best for me.
Yep, to do what's best for you, and that's all that matters because it's you. You know, a lot of time we tend to let the outside opinions rule our lives, and that's the hardest thing that you can do is worrying about what somebody else has to say. It's your life. You have to live your life. You
Right.
write your own book. You don't allow no one else to write your book. And I'm finally to that point as well. And I'm so happy about that. In what ways have you set boundaries to protect your emotional well being without closing yourself off to new experience?
God gave me a spirit of discernment, and I use it wisely. I wisely.
That's right. So, what advice would you give someone that's going through a heartbreak right now?
First, because He'll never leave nor forsake you.
Could you repeat it one more time? You was breaking up.
Break. Because we all. Okay, I'm sorry. I say keep pushing and keep moving. Put God first.
Keep keep moving and put God first.
You was a man that broke your heart just to keep me right. Uh, you will your child.
I'm sorry, you back? Are you back with us now? I think you probably hit another bad
You
area.
hear me? I can see you, but you're not moving.
You can see me?
I'm still.
Could you
I can see.
could you repeat that advice one more time? I think she's going through another bad area. She'll come right back on so we can wrap it up. I hope everybody's doing good today. Thank you for watching. I'm always going to thank you for watching. Today's topic was about finding strength after heartbreak. And it's not only death, it can be heartbreak behind a not a good relationship with family, friends, losing a job or whatever. So I think we didn't hear you clear. What advice would you give to someone that's going through a heartbreak? Are you there? Hello? Can you see me? She's having some technical difficulties. Adrian, are you there? Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? Hey, can you see me? You guys, I think she's having difficulties.
I'm here. I'm here.
Are you here? Oh, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, are you there? Are you here? Can you hear me? Okay, so our
We
last
sat still, so yeah, but it's still bad. It's still like a bad area. I'm sorry, y'all.
yeah, no, it's fine. So the last question was, what advice would you give someone that's going through a heartbreak?
Like I said, keep pushing and move forward and put God first.
That's right,
And
you
just
guys.
believe in your heart, just like you mean it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep pushing and put God first, you guys. There you have it from Miss Adrian. Miss Adrian, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy life to jump on this podcast. And I'm so happy to see the smile on your face, the glow on your face. And I hope you guys have a great day and safe travels. There you have it, you guys. Finding strength after heartbreak with Miss
Yeah, I'm going down a
Adrian.
bit further.
I hope you guys have a great day. And we will see you on the next episode of Bold and Beautiful Voices. I'm your host, Felicia Allen.